Second anniversary of 36 July. 5th August. Today is 5th August 2026. After the fall of the fascist regime on 5th August 2024, we have passed 2 years. And it's a different country now. In many ways, not in every way obviously, but in many ways we have changed some things. Let's remember all the martyrs of July Revolution. Let's remember the families of those martyrs. Let's remember those who has lost their eyes in the July Revolution. Let's remember the people who have lost their limbs in the July Revolution. Some of them are paralyzed for rest of their lives. Some of them are blind for rest of their lives, and who have lost their lives, they have lost their lives with their family too, because losing someone from family is almost equivalent to losing the whole family. So we have paid a lot. People have paid a lot. The 5th August, the 36th July, we have got it in exchange of lots of lives, lots of blood. In this 5th August, Mr. Tariq Rahman, our Prime Minister, is going to inaugurate the July Mass Uprising Museum, and we have seen the report that our Chief Advisor Dr. Muhammad Yunus will be also there. So that's a good thing. People were expecting the inauguration of this museum, the museum which will uphold the legacy of July Revolution. That was necessary actually, and thanks BNP that at least you are inaugurating this museum on 5th August. Wow. If we recall the last July 36, the interim government was in the office. Our Professor Dr. Muhammad Yunus was acting as the chief advisor of the government. So the regime was a different regime, a free regime. And all through the way, since last 36 July, BNP was demanding election. They were creating obstacles in many ways to the interim government, and BNP was claiming that everything will be fine once the election happens. And the election happened. We'll go there later. But what else? We have seen the July Declaration has happened on 5th August 2025, and then on September, the July Charter was signed. All parties signed in the July Charter. After that, Sheikh Hasina, the ousted fascist, was given death sentence on 17 November 2025. And then we have seen the departure of Begum Khaleda Zia. She breathed her last on 30 December 2025. But 5 days before her death, on 25th December 2025, Mr. Tariq Rahman returned to the country. And then BNP started their election campaign and other political activities in full-fledged force. And finally, the election happened. On 12 February 2026, the 13th national election took place. And in the election, BNP has secured around 50% of votes, and they have obtained 200 plus seats in the parliament. But there was another vote, which is referendum. The yes dominated the referendum by 70% of votes around. And after that, the government was formed by BNP on 17 February 2026. And we have seen that Tariq Rahman has become the Prime Minister of Bangladesh. What a return, huh? এভাবেও ফিরে আসা যায়। Jamaat and NCP alliance has took the seat of opposition in the parliament, and we have seen several parliamentary sessions, and the parliament is working after a long time. At least we are seeing some debates, we are seeing some exchange of heated conversation in the parliament, which is expected, which is needed to nurture and to propagate the democracy forward in our country. But as I have discussed already, that BNP was claiming that everything will be fine once they form the government. That was not true, because BNP did not manage the country very well since they have taken the power. We are seeing the spree of violence all over the country. Rape, murder, extortion, occupying lands and other things. became a regular thing by the BNP people. BNP is also trying to make the government institutions partisan. They have recruited their own people in many decisive government institutions. I mean, the institutions which decides that how the government, the system will perform, will operate. So BNP is occupying many things. We have seen that in the parliament, our Home Minister, Mr. Salahuddin Ahmed, has mentioned that they agreed to the July Charter and other things so that the election don't be delayed. Meanwhile, Mr. Tariq Rahman, our Prime Minister, he is delivering very sweet words, very promising words. But in practice, we are not seeing the implication of his words in the activities of BNP. The government is ongoing. The government is operating, but not in the way that the people expect. There is also allegation of rehabilitation of Awami League by BNP government. But I don't agree with this much. BNP is not in the position to rehabilitate Awami League because they are the arch rival of BNP, and BNP, they cannot be as violent as Awami League can be. So I think BNP is not trying to rehabilitate Awami League. They are just trying to manage and cool down the heat of political field. So I'm not blaming BNP to rehabilitate Awami League. In the beginning of the reign of BNP, we have seen the chronic crisis of fuel. We have seen miles of long queue in the fuel stations, and recently, I mean in late July, from mid-July to be specific, the gas crisis, I mean the gas for vehicle and also the gas for the cooking, both are being very scarce in the country. So fuel and energy is a very big challenge for BNP government. We have also seen the disruption in the electrical power supply, and people have really suffered with the load shedding. So it's not a bed of roses for BNP. BNP is really struggling to perform as a good government. The government has taken the charge after some very mismanaged and massacred years of fascist regime. So there will be challenges expected. But still, we are evaluating BNP because they have got the mandate of people. But they are not doing good to keep their promise. And people are losing their hope. BNP has taken some popular steps, like they are trying to show people that they are people friendly. BNP has introduced lots of cards as they promised in their election manifest. They have delivered farmers card, family card, and they are also going to implement expatriate card, the freelancer card, and there is a discussion of universal cards. So lots of cards are being played by BNP. Some cards are working, but mostly the cards are being criticized by the people because the distribution of the card system is not that much efficient or fair. So card operation is ongoing with some questionable points. BNP has also taken some very unpopular steps, like they did not approve many ordinances by the interim government in the parliament, and some of those ordinances were very important for the development of our system. We have seen that BNP government has approved or passed 110 ordinances of interim government out of 133 ordinances. And the ordinances which were not passed by BNP government in the parliament include some very sensitive ordinances, like the ordinance of Enforced Disappearance Commission, the ordinance of Judiciary Reform Commission, Police Reform Commission, the Anti-Corruption Commission, and people really criticized this initiative of BNP because these ordinances were very important for our country, our people, our freedom. So let's look forward. Let's see what happens. Let's see how the BNP government performs, they operate, and let's see to what extent BNP government meet the people's expectation. Okay, another 5th August, the memorable day in the history of Bangladesh. Best wishes, Bangladeshi people. We hope that people will keep up their hopes people will not be disappointed, and our system, our government will remember that the system and the government exists because people exists. Inkilab Zindabad.